came to Taichung because initially I had a friend whose mother is from Taichung and whose father is from the UK. And we studied together in the UK. And at that time, he was going back to Taichung for a vacation and asked me if I wanted to join. I had no idea where Taiwan was, so I absolutely had no idea where Taichung was. But when I arrived here, what really struck me is how relaxed the place was. Having come over from London, busy city, to Taichung, it was really a big, nice, comfortable change. The weather, the people were super friendly, and I think it's kind of captivated us and made me stay here for all these years.
The weather, the people, such a convenient city. It's excellent for long-term, for me, long-term holidays, a week, 2 weeks, even study. It's a very safe city as well.
Okay. And yes, I believe that Taichung, there's a tea house that's quite famous for their tea, which is very specific. Can you explain that a little bit?
Well, absolutely. There is a tea house called Tang, and I couldn't spell that for you, and I can't really pronounce it properly, but you can try it with me. Tang. It sounds something like that. Give it a try.
Tang.
Oh, not bad. Actually, that's the pronunciation. Yeah. And they do bubble milk tea.
And what does that mean? What do you mean? Why bubble?
Well, they use these little. No, it's actually milk tea, so it's tea with milk and little bubbles. Pearl, or they also call that pearl milk tea. And what are these pearls made of?
Tapioca, the tapioca balls, and it's very unique. It was actually there's a lot of controversy whether Tang owner was the one who invented it or another store. Absolutely. So there's always this still little argument about it. But why not come to Taichung and try it out for yourself?
And if you're into something a little bit more exotic, go for the Kung Fu Mian. Would you like to describe those?
These are noodles that are made with the fist
and the panda. I'd probably suggest the cakes. Definitely the sun cakes or how do you call them? Moon cakes.
Moon cakes. Actually, did you know that
sun cake?
Sun cake.
The sun cakes. Did you know that actually this was, when the Japanese occupied Taiwan, that they put all the bakeries in Taichung, which is why Taichung is like the center for cakes. Well, I would also suggest another one. I would suggest the beef noodles. Because the beef noodles in Taichung are absolutely excellent. There's a very good one if you have the courage to go to the industrial park. Going towards the Simao in Taichung, there's a very nice store that does beef noodles. There is one area in Taichung that's actually a very comfortable place and that I would recommend to visit whether you are a young person, whether you are a slightly older person, whether you have kids, and that is to visit the 2-kilometer or 2-mile long green stretch between the Science Museum and the Art Museum in the center of Taichung. Fantastic place. You'll always have stuff for kids to do. They can learn to rollerblade. There will always be people playing music there. Also has a very famous department store called Eslite or Eslit or Chenping, which is a department store that actually caters more for the arts, for cultural products, and so you might want to have a look there. That's in the same area, halfway between the Art Museum and the Science Museum. And everything that you can find there, you will find ordinary shopping with fairly famous local designers, but you can also find a lot of lifestyle brands and design brands as well. And they have a fantastic bookstore that's open all the way till midnight, I believe, every single day, where you can actually stay there when the department store closes. You can sit up there, read a book. Unfortunately, what I'm saying there is not really new because Discovery Channel already mentioned that and did a segment on that, so it's not really new. But the one in Taichung is a little bit more, a bit smaller, a little bit more cozy. So come on down.
Did he pay for this advertisement?
Or you can also go to Yizhongjie, which is near Zhongyou, which is near the train station. If you're not really into that and you want to relax into like a pedestrian street where you can just relax and watch people, we grew up in France, so we like to sit outside and have a tea and look at people. How about going to Jimingijie? That's a nice place where you can really sit outside. Actually, the bubble tea place is also there, so you can have a bubble tea, watch people, and
walk around.
Absolutely, and do a bit of shopping there. So, in fact, the great thing about Jimingijie area is if you go further down from there to the small area between Jinzhenlu and Zhongmingnanlu, you will find all these houses are very interesting to look at because these were houses that were built, that were occupied by the Japanese during the Japanese occupation. So it's still very much the old style houses, it's not high-rise buildings. It's worth having a look, walking around there, and you might get lost, but that's the best way to discover interesting things.
Yep.
See you there. Come to Taichung. People are less lazy than in Kaohsiung, and you can drive worse than in Taipei because traffic lights don't matter. No, I'm kidding. No.